Okay, the bot's in here. You guys can start.
Okay.
About man. Did
No,
somebody
no,
ping it?
no. He said when it comes to martial arts. I'm gonna say for the recording, it's not when it comes to martial arts. Not it's unequal stats. Current Batman versus Black Panther. Gump, can you debate? Can you judge for me this?
Yeah, sure.
Okay, Kev, you want to scale first?
So am I giving like my win con and all that?
Well, I mean, you got to start with where your character scales.
So uh, I have Black Panther scaling at like shit, lactic AP and higher. He's damaged people among like with that kind of durability. Uh,
Mm,
he has
Like
better
who?
tech. The Hulk, the
Mm,
Thing.
So you're just scaling him to like galaxy level?
Yeah, or
Yeah,
however
that's
higher
fine.
because how much higher they are. I can't give you like a exact.
Well, I mean, if it
Um,
well, I'm only willing to accept Galaxy. Like anything higher, I would need higher evidence. But I'm willing to accept the Galaxy level. We can just move on the speed if you're just gonna go with the Galaxy level. Cause I'm fine with that.
for speed, he's uh he's faster and light. Uh, he's blitzed characters that can react to light and have just kept up with him.
Uh, that's also fine in my opinion. Him being like 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 FTL vaguely and like some big amount in the FTL and the Galaxy level. That those two things I'm willing to accept. If that's where you're gonna scale him, then we could just move them on scaling.
That's cool.
Okay. Batman's like outer.
How so?
All right. I'm gonna just show you. I'm 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 assuming you understand that I'm gonna be using Batman with the standard equipment he carries on him. And something that he standardly carries is the shock gauntlets. The shock gauntlets allow him to damage and wake up people like Superman. We just see it on panel. He can like knock fuck out a Superman. He can damage Deathstroke, and in past comics, Deathstroke he hasn't fully tanked attacks from Superman, but he's been able to like kind of resist attacks from Superman for a short amount of time. Um, due to his like he's superhuman. He has pretty high durability. So I would say that Batman also can like take hits from like the Amazos and Deathstroke. The same Amazos that Batman's taking hits from are like damaging Wonder Woman. These Amazos are made to kill, right? So what I would just say is that it's consistent that Batman with his suit on and the gauntlets, they can just straight up. I'm on those scans for all this in a second. They can just straight up tank. He can tank attacks from people like Superman. And he can just damage people like Superman with the shotgun gauntlets specifically. And that would just mean that if you don't have any problems with that, he would just scale to Superman. He would scale to people like Superman, like Wonder Woman. Because like I've shown, he took a hit from a Mazo that was trying to kill the Justice League. He can damage Superman. He can damage Deathstroke. Deathstroke can take hits from Superman. It's like a pretty consistent thing. Superman literally like shoulder bashes this nigga Deathstroke, and Deathstroke would just get back up later. So it's consistent
So,
that suit on Batman, John Gauntlets on Batman, just scales to Superman.
and that's just with the gauntlets.
With the gauntlets on, which is how I'm using them, and his suit's durability scales to Superman's durability as well, or Superman's attacks, like Superman level attacks, because he's able to tank them, like with his suit on consistently.
So wasn't Batman beaten by Nightwing? Like he was bested by Nightwing when they had that fight in
Uh,
the Batwing in the
Nightwing
Batcave.
in that fight, Batman doesn't have his suit on. He has his helmet on, but he doesn't have his full suit on, and he's like covered in scrapes and bruises. And also, that doesn't build a consistency to Batman being below Nightwing, because Nightwing just straight up Nightwing can just also scale that high. But like I said, he doesn't have his suit on. Like the place I claim would take you is just that Batman, even without his gauntlets, would be able to do that type of damage because Nightwing was able to do that type of damage. But like I just showed you, it's clearly not with the suit on, not with the full suit on at least. He can damage up his face, but this is after a long time of battering him, and Batman doesn't usually take direct hits to the head. So this mask he's wearing might just not have the same durability as his normal suit. Since the suit is kind of like better, the helmet is better than being. Doesn't really look like his regular helmet.
But
So
Batman was damaged by just a no, like, just regular. He was wearing regular street clothes. KG Beast, who,
AG Beast.
yeah, like they were fighting out in the snow, and yeah, Batman did win, but he was damaged. You could see he was damaged. His suit was torn up a little bit.
Well,
He was
even
bleeding.
with that, that would just mean that that would just mean that KG Beast would also be able to like scale to these like Superman level attacks. It doesn't need to be like strong relativity. Any kind of low end relativity can scale you to the same AP tier crossverse. Like Kaguya versus Naruto. Naruto is obviously losing. It took multiple people to beat Kaguya, but Naruto can damage her. And if you say she has like planetary or universe or solar system durability, that would just mean that Naruto scales to those levels. Kaguya would still be stronger inverse, but crossverse wise, it would be on a similar AP tier and like durability tier, which would so like if I put them on the tier, Batman, Superman, all of these people would all be on the same tier. But if I put them on the inverse tier, there would be like big gaps in between them because of the way crossverse and inverse work. So what I'm saying is that Batman with these shock gauntlets can damage Superman. Batman with his suit on can tank these attacks. Maybe not for an extended period, but even if you're only able to tank them for like a short period of time, it would mean that if once I scale him to Superman, and then once I go on to scale Superman outer, um, that would just mean that it's, uh beating the fuck out of Black Panther. Like hit one hit him, assuming I can get a speed there as well. If you're cool with him scaling the Superman, I can just get where Superman scales.
Because I know it's Superman scales, but like there's been many times where like Superman
But
has like
are you
taken
gonna
out.
wait? I don't think you want to accept that because I said Superman would scale to outer, and if you're saying that like yeah, Superman would scale to outer, then I wouldn't really need to like prove it. So you'd be like basically accepting my burden for me. Like yeah, Superman does scale to outer. Um, it's actually more of an advantage for me not to tell you this, but I'm just saying you probably don't want to accept Superman scaling to outer because I'm assuming you would disagree with it, or you would at least
Yeah,
want to see proof for that. I mean, what if I
no,
did?
I do agree with that, but like I'm telling you, what I'm trying to say is like there's like inconsistencies because there's different issues where he's hurting him, and other times where he's not because it's been said
Well,
like even
no.
he himself states that he can't.
In the most
Go
recent
ahead.
issues, in the most recent canon, the shot gauntlets do allow you to hurt Superman. Now, he does state that Superman is overall stronger, but you have to think about the other variables that go into this. Superman has a lot better Superman has not durability, better endurance. He can last longer than Batman in fight. He can consistently dish out these punches without needing the shot gauntlets because you know the shot gauntlets can break right, like from overuse, or he can just not have them on his person, right? And like I said, they can be on a entirely different tier in terms of inverse, but crossverse, if they're low end relative, they just be similar tier, very similar tier to each other.
Okay, I see what you mean.
So, um, do you want to see scans of Superman being outer, or do you accept that?
I accept it because I have some Superman scans right here.
Okay, well, if Superman's outer, then I can just show you that Batman's light speed, and if Batman's has outer AP, outer durability, and similar, I'm gonna argue he has similar speed to Black Panther because he can dodge lasers. He might actually have superior speed because he can dodge the Amazos, and the Amazos can hit Superman sometimes. Like in one of these panels, he literally backflips away from an Amazo. But I'm gonna just argue that he's vaguely FTL, which would put him in a similar tier to Black Panther, who's also vaguely FTL. And then he'll as soon as they get into like a boxing match, Ben will just like right hook him and like eviscerate him because the AP difference between outer and galaxy level is unfathomable. It would just immediately kill you. You'd like turn to dust.
Let me fix scan real quick.
Which I did post. I posted him dodging lasers. This is consistent. And his like current version is stronger than all these past versions because he combined the knowledge and the strength of all his past versions and kind of stacked it. So he'd be like pretty far in the FTO, not like a quantifiable degree because we don't get like a number obviously, not like 100 times, not like 10 times, like an unknown amount.
Because I do have a scan that would kind of upscale Black Panther up to like universal.
But universal, like this between like outer and universal would be like
I
really,
understand. I know
really big.
it's a big gap,
Like
but
even if I agreed that he was like uni, multi, complex, multi, hyper, like high hyper reversal, like anything below outer would just mean that Batman would just one shot him. So I can agree to your term. I don't think that this debate has like much other places to go.
all right, I can accept that.
Okay, so we can debate.
Yeah, you got it.
All right, good debate. Y'all can say it, brother.
Good game. Good game.